Hi, I'm Amy,
Hello, I'm Audrea.
and this is the Right Crowd. So grab a cup of coffee,
Ooh, that's a pretty one. Or a cup of tea.
maybe a little something on the rocks, and let's get started. Yes, Etsy is fabulous.
Oh, it's a Highland cow.
Highland
I
cows.
love the Highland cows. They're so cute.
I've never actually bought anything like this before. And I was buying a Care Bear one for a girl at work. And then I saw the Highland cow and I was like, oh, I had to have it. So
Care Bear.
Care Bears, yes. Because, apparently Care Bears is what I'm supposed to be talking about today, because this is the second time I've referred to Care Bears today.
No worries. Well, today,
Okay.
speaking of what we're
Yes,
talking about
please.
today,
Let's move on.
we are talking about 2024 goals and plans and planners,
That's my love language.
which is why I will let you lead us through this discussion, Miss Amy.
Yay. Okay, so yes, we're going to talk about our plans for the year and the planners we're using. And we're going to start with what we used last year because we had a little hiatus and we didn't do a planner video that I can recall. Maybe we did. I don't think we did. Yeah, now you're thinking about it, aren't you? Because you're
Why'd
like,
you make me think about it?
it doesn't matter. We're going to do one. We're going to do it right here. We're going to talk about the planners that we used in 2023 before we move on to the planners that we will be using for 2024. So I will start in that. And a couple of the things that I used last year, I will continue to use this year because they worked and I like what they're doing. So the two that I used last year that I will not be using this year is I used the Erin Condren.
Oh, cute.
Hi, Hello Kitty. I love Hello Kitty. I'm a 70s baby, so yes, I love Hello Kitty and the Care Bears. This was very nice. It had this vellum page with Hello Kitty. All of the months were themed. There was a page at the beginning of each month where, I gotta find it. Where's it at? There's a page at the beginning of each month that gives you your top goals. You can use this section for whatever you wanted. And then each week was like this. So, and I loved it. I loved it.
However,
and I found that I was having to use this one and the other one that I'm not using next year to do all the things. And I don't want to use more than one to do all the things. So I will not be using this one this year. However, it was great and it was super cute. And because of how cute it was, it made me want to use it every week. But it became how I planned out the non-essential things was what this one got used for, the non-essentials. The other one that I think you also may have used this year, or maybe you only used it the year before, is my Clever Fox. Now, I love Clever Fox. And again, it didn't do everything I needed it to do, which is why I was having to also use the Erin Condren. The great thing about the Clever Fox is that it starts off, this is I put this in there. All the books I read in 2023.
That's cool.
They're on the bookshelves. Not as many as my goal, and I'm okay with that. I still read a lot of books. But it starts off at the beginning with your year goals, 3-month goal, mind map. Where do you see yourself in a year, 5 years, 10 years? And they have that at the beginning. And then for every month, there's a month review where they ask you specific questions, including one of those wheel thingies for all the different parts of your life, spiritual, recreational, finance, relationship, all those things. And then all the weeks are set up. Let me show you one that's not filled in as much. Wait, I actually used it. There may not be one that isn't filled in. I know there has to be one. This one's close enough. So it's filled, it's like this. So each day, and then your top goal, your 3 priorities. And then over here is where you can track all the things. So like, it's fabulous. Nice hardcover. I get the big one because I like the big one. The back, and then in the back, it has a giant pocket. It's got dot pages for notes, and it was great. I did use it. You can't see, but there's some pages ripped out right here. I did use it to do my mind map for our goals that we've talked about for my 5-year, my 3-year, my 1-year, my mind map for the 1 year, and then breaking it down into quarters. I use that in the back of this. And then I just ripped it out because I know that I'm going to do this with it. And it's going to go with I keep these because this is kind of like a journal kind of, because I'm so detailed in what I did. And with us building the house, like it's literally like today we installed the countertops, today the well was dug. Like I want to see all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So that those two will not return for this coming up year. So what do you have that is not making a repeat appearance?
Okay. So I had what some people call a Franken planner. That is, I took a couple of different planners and put them together. There was another sticker here covering that because underneath it says 2020, let's see, 2022 teacher planner, but I like the cover. It's that soft hard cover. So I just put that up with writer stickers. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who are new to the channel, Amy and I are aspiring writers. Also, we work full-time but not aspiring writers. We're writers aspiring to be published authors.
Yes.
And so when we are looking at planners, we're looking for planners that can serve us for our full-time jobs, our life, the house, the family, and also our writing career and social media and stuff we have to do for writing and publishing, etc. So they have to do a lot of work. All right, so this is what I used last year. I covered it with another sticker. It's a disc-bound planner. These are sold by Levenger and Tool and a couple of others. I think Staples has their own brand. And I took it and I put the month tabs in there. Oops. From another planner. And so you could see I was filling it out for the week. And Amy and I are also accountability partners for each other for things in addition to writing. So every week we did a check-in, and I'll pull that up. So at the beginning of the month, I would write, this is for October, what I planned to do, what classes I was going to take, what contracts I was going to go after for my day job, etc. And then on a week-to-week basis, let me find one of those pages, we would do a check-in. So I would put my tasks, my to-do items, and check them off, and then we'd have our weekly check-in. And then I had a lot of stuff. That was the week I was traveling to and from Phoenix and also had classes, etc. The weekly view for this one looks like this. It has it stacked. So you can see I didn't write a lot on this one. Previous to this one, I was hoping that this one would be my everything, that I could do everything in this one. But I always like to have, I'll show you this other thing that I used last year. And I won't be carrying it forward, but this is a desk calendar. So it just, with a to-do so it just sits on my desk and I just at a glance can see what's coming up for the month. But I won't be using that going forward, and we'll talk about why. The other thing that I didn't use last year, but towards the end of the year, I missed it and I had a planner breakdown and decided this one is dead to me. So I stopped using that one. I don't know when it was I stopped using that one. And then I went and dug out one of my old Wilkie planners that I had a couple of weeks blank in because of travel or vacation or something. And I started using that one. The Wilkie planner I love the Wilkie planner, and it might come back again if the new planners that I've purchased do not suffice. But the Wilkie planner is for people.
What makes it different?
Yes. The Wilkie planner is for people who have ADHD or ADD, however you describe it. Has the month in there, but it also gamifies tracking. So on a weekly basis, I'll find a blank week, kind of. It has, you put in your items to do. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong one. You put in your to do, your daily, your morning stuff. I use that for my morning routine. I'm showing you the weekly review. Okay, let me just erase that. That's why it wasn't making sense. Okay, so we're gonna go back to a week. Okay, so the Wilkie Planner has a weekly view, and on the weekly view, you can see we're not professionals at that. At least I at this. At least I'm not. This is crazy.
No, we're not.
So I'm just gonna tell you what it has. We need those cameras that point down like the other.
Oh, look what I got.
What is it?
It's one of the things that you can adjust
Oh,
it to make it point down.
really? Oh, you have to tell me more about that. Okay, I'm gonna
I haven't used it yet, but I have one.
this is yeah, this having trying to do this on a video.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, it has in the morning, it has your power hour tasks, which you get 4 points for each of those that you get done. It has your today tasks to knock off the small stuff. You get 2 points for each of those. It has scheduled events, impromptu tasks, and then it has are you going to take a positive action towards one sphere of your life? Kind of like that wheel, family, career, social, etc. And then it has dots for you to doodle or write other stuff. And then every day you score it, which was so much fun. I'm gonna try doing that in another planner, but every day you score it and see how you did. And it has, you can go from a weekday, average day, strong day, outstanding day. I'm gonna divide my own for my next planner. But then you add up all of those at the end of the week, all those days, and see how you did for the week. And then you have a weekly view where you write it's just your days, etc., and a legend that they color code. So that's the Wilkie Planner, and I really liked it, which is when you and I were doing our weekly check-ins, I just didn't like how that one, the weekly review wasn't a big pink one, a big pink one. So at the end of the year, I found one that I had not completely filled out and started using that. So those are the ones that I used last year. And moving forward, what are you using this year, Amy?
Okay. So I think what I'll talk about first is what's making a return. So three of the things I used, I forgot there were 3 in the stack. 3 of the things I used last year were, one of them is from Clever Fox, and they make it's a habit calendar.
Ooh.
And it does have this loopy thing to hang it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hang it. I don't want it on my wall. So I keep it like this. So every month I mark down the things that I'm trying to develop as a habit. No, I don't like the word trying. The things that I am attempting to develop as a habit. And every month it's going to change, because once something is a habit, I take it off the list. I don't need to keep tracking it. I'm doing it, right? Occasionally something will fall off and I'll realize I stopped doing it, and then it goes back on. So every month is different, but it tracks for the whole month. And then at the bottom, to cover that part up, the bottom, it breaks it down into the weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then these are the things that I'm tracking for the whole week. So every week I weigh, that's one of the things that we are accountable for, how many words I wrote in my miles here, because we also have a walking challenge going. But like I said, every month is going to be different. So this is what I'm tracking for this month. And then next month, and the cool thing about this is that it's for 12 months for 2 years.
Oh.
So this was February of last year. This will be February for this year. It's just on the back. Yeah. So I can look back and see what I was tracking this time last year. So this made this is making a return. It made tracking my miles. What's the word I want to look for? If you've watched the interview video with me, you know I need it in front of me. This helped me remember that I needed to get miles in, because I was looking at, I had to write my miles down. So this one is returning. The other one that is returning, this is my 3rd year writing in this.
Wow.
I don't think I've been that consistent in anything besides my marriage. So yeah, this is my 3rd year. And the cool thing about this one is...
Oh, you should say what it is, because you just held it up.
Okay. Sorry. It's a 5-year journal. And it is set up so that every day when you pull it out, it's the same day for 5 years. So when I go to February 2nd, you'll see I've got the 22nd and the 23rd. This will be the 24th, 25th, and 26th. Like you fill it in for the year, which I think is super cool because you can go back and look and see, oh, this day last year, this day 5 years ago, this is what I was doing. This for me, I started it right before we decided, or right around the time we were rehabbing the other house and building the one that we're currently building.
Mhm.
And it's cool to look back and be like, oh, the windows were delivered this time last year. So it's really cool for me for this. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm enjoying it.
That's
So
cool.
it's sticking around. Even if I weren't enjoying it, I'm on the 3rd year, I'm being consistent. I'm going to stick it out because I want to see it to completion. The other thing, not really a planner, but it's part of my morning routine. This is just a regular Happy Planner notebook. And this is for my morning pages, my thinking time, my whatever. And what I've done is I'm not very consistent with this. I used to be, and I'm not anymore. But what I do is based on how many days in a row, I use the same color. But then when I forget a day or skip a day, then I have to change my ink color. So if you'll see,
Okay.
this is not the same color as the last page, and these are
Yeah.
not the colors. This one though, I am at the very end. I might even go ahead and just get another one because I have put in, if you'll notice, if you look at the binding, the color difference,
Mhm.
I've added all the pages that I can add to this without it busting, because it's you can pop them in and out.
Yep, like the
Add any more, it's going to pop them. So I might go ahead and get another one and not get the coils, because even though the coils look cool, they are not my friend.
Wait, when you say coils, your point, those are discs. So
That's what I meant. Coils and discs. I don't like either one of them, generally speaking. I like smooth lines. So when I stack things, I don't have to worry about them catching on each other. And
yeah.
now the stack looks like this because all the coils and discs pile on top of each other.
Yeah.
So I'll probably, and I don't have to go anywhere. This is my store right here. I just have to go in my store behind me. I can tell you right now, you can see the yellow right there. Oops, where's my finger? See the yellow right there?
Yes.
That is a box from Archer and Olive that is full of unused notebooks.
Oh my gosh.
And in one of these boxes, close by, I just have to find it, is a bullet journal that I started and realized I didn't really care for. I didn't care. I couldn't keep up with it. I don't want to have to write all the things out to be able to write all the things out.
Yeah, that it is a lot of work.
But it's a nice journal from Archer and Olive with a cute little puppy dog on top. So I'll probably find that one and use that one for my morning pages. When the house is done, I am in my bedroom. I'm in my office, and under this window is going to be my thinking chair with all of my thinking time and journaling stuff for me to start my day off.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yes, I'm so excited.
You will have to do a tour for our viewers.
I will.
It's all
Brandy's actually building my desk this week that is going to go over here. I'm going to have 4 desks. We're not going to talk about that. He's building this desk for me. And when it is all set up, I'm going to be over the moon, because then I can start really getting my office done. But yes, so over here is going to be my thinking space. And I'm super excited about that. So do you have any returns?
That is very cool. Anything returning. Oh, I just want to say on the morning page. Well, I thought, well, I do have a return. Actually, I could start with the one that didn't make the cut this year. But the morning pages, I have a friend who is going to attempt to do morning pages consistently this year. But she said she's not going to start until February because she has classes and all the things. So she's taking into account all the other commitments she has so that she won't be disappointed not doing morning pages starting in January.
It's never good to start something when you know you're going to start as a failure. Start when you know you can.
Exactly. Yeah. And I suggested, well, I might take on myself, not morning pages, because when I did morning pages for we did Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way book, and lots of artists and writers do that book as groups periodically, and they repeat it. Well, when I did it again, I think it was 2 years ago, the morning pages, they didn't, I just couldn't commit to the morning pages. It just wasn't part of my life. Doing a schedule or calendar review every morning was great, but the morning pages, I just couldn't commit to. However, accidentally the other day I did morning pages and I just wrote. I just woke up in the morning and I said, before I brush my teeth, I'm going to put a pen to paper. And I was 3.5, 4 pages in, and it was great. And it was for a short story that I'm writing. So it was perfect. So I might rethink whether that is a good thing for me to do or not, because it might be something that will be a good tool for me. For things.
Hang on one second. So for everyone who, is it Julie or Julia Cameron? Okay. So before we move on, so Julia Cameron, do you have the Artist Way?
I do.
Okay, so she has 2 that I'm aware of. So the Artist Way is the one that she's got, which discusses the morning pages, and this one is Write for Life. I have not started this one yet, but it is by the same lady. And I will say that the Artist Way book was a little too woo-woo for me. Like, I'm not into the woo-woo, and it was woo-woo. However, I like the concept of the morning pages, where you just sit down and dump your brain on paper. You don't stop, you just write whatever comes to mind, you write. And whether you choose to write 2 pages or you say you're going to write for 5 minutes, whatever it is that works for you, sitting down and just doing a brain dump. Because I know for me, I will ruminate on something forever until I write it down. And then I don't have to think about it anymore. I know I've written it down, I don't have to think about it. So I think it's a great way to start the day. It's also, for me, it helps me realize as I'm brain dumping, because the way my brain works, oh, wait, I was supposed to do this today. Oh my goodness, I forgot to do yada, yada, yada. So what I do in my thinking chair space, I will have my notebook that I'm writing my stuff. I will have a separate little notepad or sticky pad or something. So as things come up that as I'm writing that I remember I was supposed to do or take care of, or all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I should probably, that'll be separate. Because morning pages, you aren't supposed to go back and reread what you wrote.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So I have to put aside the things that come to mind that I need to go back and take care of. So I just wanted to give a quick what morning pages was and who Julia Cameron was. Maybe we could add that to our list of things. We've got a couple of things that we're going to do a little different this year, videos. So maybe we could add a Julia Cameron Artist Way Write for Life video.
A double. I'm doing double duty. Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I will stop talking now. It's your turn.
Okay. So for things returning for me, nothing is returning from last year. Well, actually, to tell you the truth.
Wait, didn't you say your Wilkie might be coming back?
My Wilkie, if I have a breakdown in the book that I'm using now, I hope I don't have another. If my Wilkie comes back, that means the planner failed. There was a fail. Yes. If you
said we have a problem.
Or also it could mean I need to just admit that the Wilkie is the planner for me and stop trying to do other ones. So we'll see. It's like a mystery.
Okay.
Will survive the year.
To be continued.
Yes. So the one that sits on my desk, this is January, and I bought this one. It's like an 18-month calendar, so I can go all the way through. I think it goes to July or something like that with this one. So I'm not going to toss it. It'll sit here probably, or I might put it in the kitchen. So that one will return. I do need to be able to see a month. Just as I'm typing or talking on the phone, I need to be able to see a month. And we're going to talk about other ways I'll be able to see a month because there's something over my shoulder that's coming up later in the discussion. So what's
you tell we're excited about that one?
What's going on for you for new planners and planning in 2024, Amy?
Okay, so I'm going to talk about that one last. Okay, so for me, something new that you don't know about so I told her earlier today that I have a package coming for her. She's getting one of these that I'm about to show you, but she doesn't know anything about it.
Oh, should I not look?
No, you can. It's called a Poquetto or Poquito or Pocto. I don't know how you actually pronounce it, but it is a project planner.
Oh my gosh, I totally looked at that. I didn't get it, but I
I
totally.
got you one. I'm glad you didn't get one because I got you one.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
So I haven't used it yet. I literally opened it last night so I could be ready for this video. So I haven't set it up, but I'll be able to show you guys what it looks like. And it comes with this handy dandy guide. So I'll be able to see if I missed anything. So it starts with the year. Okay. So all of your months are here and your days are across the top.
Wow.
So that I'll show you the picture that they have filled out. So that as you realize what you need to do, you can fill it in for the whole year.
A Gantt chart, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Project management. That's cool.
Yes. A Gantt chart. And so it's broken down so you can do that in the larger scale on this.
That's
okay.
Pretty good.
Then I will say the only thing that I don't like how they did this is they have the year and then they have 12 months and then they have all the weeks. I wish they had done the year, 1 month, weeks, 1 month, weeks. I don't like having to, which means I'm going to have to go get tabs.
Yes.
Which I'm sure in my store back here, I have tabs.
Maybe strong.
I remember buying tabs recently. So, oh, you know what? They might be right here. Let's see. No, they're not right here. I remember recently buying tabs. So I'm going to have to tab it just so. But, and after the year, you have, and it's all undated. Mm-hmm. So you can fill it out however you want to fill it out. But here's what your month looks like. And they give you 12 of those. And then it goes to your weekly plan, which I think you'll like this, the way that they literally stack the whole week on one page.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
And they give you blocks so you can check off what's going on. And then it's broken down from it's your goals for the whole week and then days. And you can like weekly plan, you can put the date here. You can put week 2 of 52, like however you want to set it up.
Interesting.
Those are your weeks. And then it goes to the project plan page, which I think is really cool for the writing, right? So the project plan page looks like this. It's the whole month set out.
Okay.
So you have project tasks timeline. Each of them are 31. And then at the end is notes for that project. So this is broken down like that. And then after your project, and you have, it says 82 from page 82 to page 133. That's how many of those you get.
So project sections. Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. That's like 50 pages or something. That's a lot. And then you have, after all of those, you have process notes. So you have 4 squares and it's your project and it breaks down to all your things. And it says project, task, ideal, R&D, meeting, and other. So you can designate what that block is about.
Interesting.
Okay. And then you have 15 of those pages. And then the last 25 pages is just paper.
Wow.
So you can additional notes. It's soft bound. And it has this handy dandy strap on it.
Ooh, contrasting and I like it.
Yeah. So you'll have one coming if I ever get your package in the mail.
Well, thank you in advance.
You're welcome. And hopefully it works for you. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's okay too.
Cool.
But I was like, I can't order myself a project planner and not order the project person a project planner. Like that just doesn't make sense.
Very nice of you.
Okay. So the other thing so this is the part that we're really excited about. Okay. So I discovered a company called Laurel Denise.
I'm sorry. When you said we're excited about it, I'm like, is she using the royal we? Does she mean red DNA?
No, you and I.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we
We
are
are
very
excited
excited.
about.
Yeah.
I discovered a company called Laurel Denise, totally randomly from a YouTube video. I was working on something at my table and wanted sound to block out, but I couldn't listen to music because then I'd be singing the songs. So I randomly, couldn't even tell you anymore. I think her name is Alice or Allison. Couldn't even tell you anymore where I found it. She was doing a review and I was like, holy cow, yes, please. And I ordered one. Now I'm going to show you the mini first. The mini I have realized I am probably not going to use. And I'll explain later in a minute. So it is hardbound.
Yeah, that's a cute little mini.
I was scared the dog was going to start barking because I knocked. It's probably not the best idea. She didn't bark, so it's okay. So it's a mini, but this will be easier to show you what it looks like than the really big one. Horizontal. They have big pockets in the front and the back. I think it's super cool. She has 2 place markers, and one says you are here, and the other one says you are also here. I think it's hilarious. One is a smooth side and one is scalloped. So if you need to draw lines or whatever for yourself. And then it starts with your year in advance kind of thing to plan out your goals and things to remember. But then this is what the months look like. So it breaks down like this. You see the entire month, and then here's your dated days here. And then you have Sunday to Saturday here. Now, the reason I like this is because I can write out any important information, appointments, whatever. I can write out our menu for the day or whatever. Then over here, I can write out my tasks that I need to get done for the day. Now, this is the really cool part, is that these are only half pages, which means I can take it and flip it. I still have my dates and my days, and I can still see my month.
That is cool.
Which I absolutely love. Then at the back, each month has a habit tracker, and you have multiple sections for habit tracker. Then you have a notes page, and you have a to-do list for the month, so that even when you have this folded out, you still have some note specs and then things to do for the month. And that is how the months are set up. And I think it's fabulous. The very end of the year, the very back in the notes section, there's yearly wins and losses. And then there's a page that goes into things I read, activities, all that stuff. And then there's another big pocket. Now, the one that I'm using is the bigger size of this, and I'll show it to you for a second. What I'm realizing is that the way I have set up my big one, I've added pages, and it's those extra pages that I need to see all the time. That's going to make this one it's obsolete. Because for the big one, I bought the folio cover.
Oh, jelly. Oh my God.
I know. And the original reason I bought this is because I didn't want to take the big, nice one out with me everywhere. So I was going to put things in this one. However, with the cover, I can take this one everywhere, and I'm not going to use this one. So I got to figure out what to do with it, because I've already put in all of my birthdays.
Oh, well, you put in all.
So I can, all my birthdays, family birthdays for the month, for the year, I've already put them in. So I can white out them out, or I could find someone in my family that would use it, but it's kind of, I can't return it at this point. So I got to figure out what to do with it. And it's not like we can give it away because it's got family birthdays in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be a great giveaway, but
yeah,
white it out, probably wouldn't want to.
So that's the little version. It's cute. It's this big.
It's very nice. Adorable.
However big that is, it's this big. Okay. So what I am using is the big one. And I did get the folio cover because I figure she wasn't cheap. And if I'm taking the big one out, I need to keep it protected. So I got the folio cover, and it is fabulous.
Yes, it is.
So it has the big pockets. I need to take my budget out. I don't need to see that. It's got the big pockets. This is a full piece of paper that I printed off the printer, and it fits perfectly fine.
Wow.
Yeah, there's plenty of space. It's got the folio pocket's got the pocket and then the slats for whatever's.
Right.
Now, if I were Sarah Cannon, I would have little doodads and paper clips and stickers and all the tchotchke things. I'm not very tchotchke-ish on my things. Now on my desk, I have all the little things, but not in my planner. So I added, you can add things to it, which is what makes it kind of thicker. Another reason I wanted to get the folio, because it helps it not be so big. I got the thing for budgeting. And then I got the stickers for things. So I could remind myself what I needed to do. The difference is what I did is that piece in the back that shows you happy moments, gratitude, what you're reading. I got the little version for every month. So it fits in to every month. It's got the habit tracker, just like, and then the other thing that is making the small one obsolete for me, even though I haven't even started using it, is this. So it is because they have a project manager planner. Mm-hmm. This is actually geared towards the project manager planner, but because they're all the same size, it all works. And they've got plastic tab. It's plastic, so you can pull it out and put it back in, and it's not going to rip the paper.
Which is awesome.
Which I think is fabulous. But there's 4 columns on both sides of the paper, so that you can write out whatever your projects are for the month, the things you're working on that's more than, take out the trash. You can write down all the things, and it's in every month. So every month I added this, and I added this to every month, because I know that I need it sitting in front of me, or it's not going to get done. I'm going to totally forget about it. And if you watch my interview that we just posted, you will know I got to have it in front of me, and I got things I got to get done this year. I'm running out of time before my 50th birthday, which is where my goals are. So all the months are like that. And then at the end of the year, you have a bigger wins and losses for the year. You have the dots pages. And then this is all you get for books you've read. I read 75 to 100 books a year. That's not enough space for me. So that's why I went ahead and got it for the month, because it made sense to me to do it for the month. And then again, okay, remember I told you I read my pages out of Clever Fox? That's them right there. There's still plenty of room. They're huge pockets. And so that is the one that I'm using this year. And I think because of the way that I was able to add stuff to it and set it up, I think it's going to be, I need my desk so I can lay it out. Because the desk that I'm currently using it's probably everybody else's normal size desk, but it doesn't work for me. So did you have any, when you were going to show us yours? Because what are you doing?
This year, I also got the Laurel Denise.
What color did you end up getting?
Color, I got this orange. I love the color. I just love that color. I got the horizontal. So it has the pocket, the craft pocket. And then I've already stuck a list of, the list of all my classes is right here. I'm gonna put it in a Google Doc or a spreadsheet, and I'm not gonna go over it like she did, because it's the exact same thing. And I didn't do anything really differently. I think I got the same extra slide ins that you did. The happy moments, gratitude, I'm grateful for, and then I got a spending tracker and ways I'm moving my body in books. So that was the same. I got that. But when that was a question I had for you. When I tried to put these pages in, they didn't quite fit. So I wound up cutting them.
Oh, really? Mine fit.
Mine didn't. And I was surprised at that. But I've got a fun pair of scissors. Where are they? I tidied up my desk for this recording, but it's a scalloped edge scissor. So I just wound up cutting the edge of every page.
That is so weird, because mine fits perfect.
That is really weird, but I think that was what I was going to ask you about. but I love it. And I love the contrasting color pattern.
Oh, yes.
It's super nice.
Did you say you also got a spending tracker or something?
Yes, I don't know how it's gonna work, but I track that stuff every month. So what I got, it's called the, you can choose a budget planner.
Oh, okay.
So it slides in there. It's got income, savings, and expenses. And then on the back of that page is spending tracker. So,
Okay.
and I got that for, there's 12 of those, so that fits in there. So I will just be able to jot down every month all of my, this will be recording all of my book or author expenses, as opposed to household or project manager day job expenses. So that's what I got this one for. And it will normally just sit behind me. And I do love the you are here things. And you are also here. So it'll just normally sit behind me like that on a little stand. Eventually I might move it from there to right here next to me so I can face it. But for now, it's there. I need a little bit bigger desk too.
So with those fabulous planners, what are you doing this year?
I had not finished my planners actually.
Oh, I thought you were done. Go for it, honey. I can be quiet.
Okay. Well, I've got a handy dandy thing that my friend Amy gave us all. So if it's crushing some goals, and it has Monday, Tuesday, and that is like my mouse pad. Yeah. So I like
Yes,
having
that's
that.
exactly what I'm using it for.
That is mouse pad size. So that'll sit there and it'll have right there are my goals for the day and week and such. But every morning I have to do to keep my brain so that I don't do little ADD circles, little squirrel circles. I have to do a scheduling planning review what happened yesterday, review what's on my schedule, all the meetings and so forth for today, and what my intentions are for what to get done. And I used to do that in my Wilkie planner that I showed you guys. That is awesome. And lets you gamify, but I got this called the Busy Bee.
Oh,
No,
is that like a green hornet on the front?
Yeah, it's called the Savvy Bee. It does look more like a hornet, but it's called the Savvy Bee. And it does that whole thing where all the months are together and then you move on to weeks, which is annoying. So I already not annoying. I mean, thank you
You
guys.
already did the tabby things.
I already did the tabby thing. So you can see my color-coded tabs. So in the front is affirmations for this only goes 6 months, by the way. And it's thick. It's pretty thick. In the front is affirmations, and then there's a blank one. This is March. So this is what you're tracking for the month. It has a list for habits down here, 1 through 5. It only gives you room for 1 through 5. So you put this is your legend. You put what your habits are down here. And then in the month, you can see there's 1 through 5 up there. So you can check them off every day. So you have your legend down here and then check them off every day as you do them. Then for the month, you have your goals. You have your big wins, which I like, and then what I've learned. So it does, when Amy and I do a weekly check-in, we always go over our wins and what I've learned. And so it has that for the month. And I like to do that for the month. For the week now, I'll fast forward to some weeks. This is the day. I'm sorry. This is the day and date. So here it's going to have, I'm grateful for. I like having my gratitude. That's part of the things that I'm taking into 2024 is recording my gratitude. And I'm excited about today I will focus on. And then it has goals and priorities for the day right there. And then tasks. Oops, tasks. Okay. I don't do it as good as you do. Tasks is on here somewhere. No, tasks is there. And then it has a place for your schedule. And then it has an end of the day review. And I need the end of the day review. So I can see how I did. And then I move it forward for set an intention for tomorrow. It also has a daily quote and a place for notes. So I like that day layout, and then I'll move forward to the weeks.
I just realized as you were talking and you were saying you had to do your thing at the end of the day, I realized that I do the same thing, except because I work graveyard shift, I'm actually doing that right before I go to work. And what I do at work ends up being on my next day. So I just realized that my day starts when I go to work.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that until you were talking.
Okay, so this is your week. How they set up the week. So the week has what is my main goal for the week, and it even has a place right here. That's the place where you put what your reward is for the if you get your goal achieved, and then steps to achieve.
Do you do rewards?
I've tried it once before, and I'm gonna think about it this time and see. I mean, science says that it works, so I may try it. I found for example, the last time I tried to do rewards was for Nano, and I set up these great rewards like a spa day and things like that. If I hit the goals at the set on the certain day, then I would get those things. But I found I didn't hit the goal, so I didn't get the reward, and so it didn't really change anything for me. But I might try it again this time. A weekly reward would be nice. I just feel like I'm being punished. Like mom says I can't go to the spa because I didn't get my work done this week. I need my nails
And
done.
we need the spa.
Yes, we need to get top goals and priorities, and a thing for escaping your comfort zone. Like how are you challenging yourself this week?
Right.
Learn what you're learning new this week, which is nice. And then it has my perfect week and things to avoid on that side. And then down below is a space for notes. And so when you and I do our check-ins, I will be using that page and to do our check-in. So I needed that. And so this is I'm also going to develop my own little scoring system, so I gamify it a little bit. But this will be my daily, at the beginning of the workday and at the end of the workday, this is the one that I'll be checking in on.
Oh,
I thought I was done. Oh, I thought I was done.
wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. There's actually more. Whenever I see these planner people on YouTube and they have these stacks of planner, not unlike our Amy, I always think, wow, how can they possibly keep up? But I have managed to keep up with multiple planners last year. And
I think the same thing, and I've got planners out the wazoo. So
yeah, I found just using the two planners, the small daily check-in and planning, like writing your yearly planner, was not enough because I'd go off with my purse or my backpack with my computer. And this one I was leaving on my desk because it is kind of heavy. It was the Wilkie planner before. So I wasn't, this thing weighs, gotta weigh a good half pound. I don't know what, but it's a nice planner, but it's a little heavy. So my friend Kristen got me this one. It's a little bit smaller and it's got tabs in it for the months. And it's more of and this is how the weeks break down. So it's kind of like a summary kind of thing. And then what it's got top priorities for the week. It's got your day. So when I go to for example, I'm on the board of some charities and I have duties there and things like that. Things that don't impact these planners at all. But I need to write them down while I'm at a board meeting and then come back and put them on these. If only there was some sort of digital device that had a calendar and a task tracker that everyone carried in their pockets or purses that also took calls.
you should invent something like that because that sounds like a great idea.
Doesn't it? It sounds like a transformational tool. But so I will be.
I bet everybody would want one.
So I'll be using this. This will be my portable one. It even has a spending summary in there. I'm not sure how. So track my daily and monthly spending. And there was something else really cool in the beginning of this. Oh, you're supposed to write this might be a little woo-woo for you, but a letter to myself for the year.
Yes, woo-woo.
And then where are you going? So but that's the same as the wheel with the work, home, family. Right. It's just in a grid format. So this is cool. It's light. It's super portable, and I can carry that with me everywhere. And then wait, there's more. Before I go on to what there's more. This is the one that did not make the cut. I thought this would replace the Wilkie, but it's so much bigger and it doesn't quite have all the things on it, not enough spaces in it. But I really did think it was gonna make the cut. But I started looking at it real hard and how I would use it, and I didn't mark in it at all. I basically took it out of the wrapper and looked at it and compared it to the Wilkie and decided I'm gonna return this one. So that one is going back. But here is
Must be nice to be able to return it.
this one just came in the mail.
You haven't even opened.
I have not even opened it yet.
Dun,
So
da, da.
here's an unboxing. This one, if that one was woo-woo, sorry, you can't hear me over the box opening. If that one was woo-woo, Amy, this one is gonna be whoa, 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 whoa. Because one of the things that I
I'm
decided,
preparing myself.
yes, I'm bringing back this year is something that I used to do a long time ago, and that was like a sort of a meditation, and you can use it with your writing too. It's a 2024, and it's a tarot card spread a day. So every day you pull 3 cards basically. And so this will be kind of my journal, like this is what happened today, and these are the cards I pulled and how it turned out. This was by Writual, and they had it in a spiral bound and a regular bound, and it has the moon phases and all that other woo-woo stuff in there. So this is my nightly planner. So that's it for the planners, I believe, for me. Actually, there's one more coming in the mail.
Well, no, 2 more because you've got the one for me coming.
Oh, well, the other one that I've got coming is a quarterly, and it's just for goals. So I don't know if I'll be keeping it or it'll go into a pile that maybe we'll have a planner giveaway. So those are the planners we're going to be using going into 2024. Everybody stay tuned to see how we do and if any more get added or subtracted. But
and we'll do another video of our goals.
yes, we will. So
But this one is too long.
do like and subscribe. And tell your
Please.
other writer friends about us.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.